of Morocco. It's a country of 36 million people in northern Africa, located on both the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. The people are warm and welcoming, the country is safe, and nobody complains about the weather. Morocco has it all: mountains, beaches, the desert, historic and famous cities such as Casablanca, Marrakesh, Fez, and Tangier, and the capital city, of course, Rabat. On this program, we'll take a look at the economy of Morocco and begin with a visit to Morocco's Minister of Industry and Trade. What drives the economy here in Morocco?
Well, I will give you two figures. Moroccan economy is built on investment, heavy investment, and on consumption. So consumption, household consumption, represent, for example, 60% of the GDP, and investment, 30% of the GDP, which is one of the highest figure in the world.
Wow. When you say Minister of Industry, what industry are we talking about?
We're talking about manufacturing globally and outsourcing. So manufacturing is now top exporter in Morocco, and automotive is the number one export sector in Morocco.
Is that true?
Sure.
Are the cars being built here?
Cars are being built here. We have a platform that builds 700,000 cars a year. 700,000 cars a year. Plans to ramp up very quickly to 1 million cars a year, and integrated to 60%. That means we are not just assembling cars, we are building 60% of the spare parts locally.
Whoa. And what percentage are being bought within, which are going out in export?
90%.
90%?
90%, but we import also other cars that we don't build here. Like said, manufacturing is a top priority, followed personally, directly, and impulsed by His Majesty the King.
How is employment here versus unemployment?
So unemployment, it was around 10% in Morocco, employment rate. Once again, we had the pandemic. It has a strong impact on unemployment. It rose, but the good news is that we are recovering very quickly. In the manufacturing sector, we recovered 100% of the employees lost during the pandemic.
Whoa, good going, huh?
That was good news.
Imports, exports, what's coming in, what's going out?
So imports, what's coming in, we are not an oil producer, so we import a lot of energy, but we have very good policy in energy transition. We are probably in the top of the world, leaders in the world in energy transition, and some equipment and some semi-products for our industry, and some consumer goods.
Okay.
In terms of export, like I said, top one, automotive. Then you have fertilizers. Then you have food and agricultural products, means also processed food. And then you have garment.
Who are the big trading partners?
Our biggest trading partner is Europe. But let me start a bracket.
Okay.
We are probably one of the only country of the world that is having, at the same time, a free trade agreement with Europe and a free trade agreement with the US. That means being based in Morocco gives you free access to two of the most important markets in the world.
So, if you had a message to potential American investors, what would you say to them?
You have here in Morocco the best cost industrial base in the world. Second, we are working on that within 3-4 years it will be a carbon-free industrial base. This is also, it opens all markets, European, American, and African. So being based here is a potential growth of doubling or tripling your revenues in the future.
So this will be the hub.
This is already the hub.
This is the hub.
This is the hub.
Excellency.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the conversation and the education.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From our cars to our planes, pieces of the world around us can be traced back to here, Morocco. For decades, the kingdom has been developing state-of-the-art manufacturing hubs, resilient supply chains, and green energy solutions. Morocco is now an industrial powerhouse. The country is a crucial gateway to international markets, home to 22 shipping ports, including this one, Tangier Med. It handles over 100 million tons of cargo in a single year, and that includes hundreds of thousands of cars. Morocco is the leading car manufacturer in Africa, with facilities like this one, the Renault Group factory in Tangier City, its first 100% carbon-free plant designed for zero emissions. Its rapidly growing $2 billion aeronautic industry is also fostering a carbon-free vision for its future. Renewable energy is big business in Morocco. The country has the capacity to produce 37% of its energy from renewables and is targeting 52% by 2030. Much of that comes from here, Noor Ouarzazate, the largest concentrated solar plant in the world. And here, the mountains of Tangier, where wind farms can help offset millions of tons of CO2. So, whether it's made in Morocco, connected by Morocco, or powered in Morocco, it's Morocco now.